Securing the southern border. Apparently, it's already more secure. The latest report to Congress is revealing what can only be called the Trump effect. Illegal immigration across the U.S.-Mexico border has continued to fall under President Trump. It is down a whopping 67% through March, which is an even greater drop from February when 40% fewer illegal immigrants attempted to cross. So why? Why is this happening? Yes, it's the obvious. Trump does not have some kind of magical power. What he has is a pledge to enforce immigration law and a respect for the Constitution and a bully pulpit. Those three things are combining to produce a new paradigm for would-be illegal immigrants. Joining me now, founder of the American Truth Project, Barry Nussbaum. Barry, these numbers are huge and pretty significant, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, when you actually look at the numbers themselves, not statistics stuff, the drop is unbelievably dramatic. It borders on the amazing. 31,000 apprehensions in January, 18,000 apprehensions in February, down to 12,000 in March, the lowest in 17 years. Illegal immigrants seized at the border. The effect is profound, and the wall isn't up yet.
Well, if you compared Trump to our, former President Obama, Obama would roll out the red carpet. He'd say, I don't appreciate illegal immigration, but yet, if you come across here, we have sanctuary cities for you. We'll, give you food stamps. Your kids can go to school. If you give birth here and you're an illegal immigrant, our hospitals will pick up the tab. I mean, there was a lot of incentive to come over here. And so there's also a lot of talk right now about the border wall. It's all about the border wall. So many people are critical, even some on the right saying that maybe it's too expensive. But there was a hearing, and it's pretty interesting. They're talking about how they're going to put together this border wall and how important it is. Roll tape.
Maintaining a safe and secure environment along the U.S.-Mexico border is absolutely critical. A safe and orderly border that is predicated on the strong rule of law deprives criminal organizations, drug cartels, and criminal individuals the opportunity to thrive is absolutely important. It also provides a solid foundation for trade and economic development between Mexico and the United States and provides for improved security and quality of life in our border communities and throughout our nation. Illegal border crossings have dropped dramatically. Our border communities are some of the safest cities and communities in the United States. Trade between our two nations is thriving. The barriers and infrastructure built and expanded between 2005 and 2011 along the border played an absolutely large part in the enhanced control of the southwest border. Now, we have done much to secure the border, but there is still much more to do. Borders are dynamic, significant, and challenges remain, and new ones are developing. Drug trafficking into the United States is still a major problem, as is the illegal flow of bulk cash and firearms to Mexico from the United States. These criminal activities are the principal causes of the violence that has afflicted Mexico. Border fences, walls, and tactical infrastructure are absolutely a definitive part of the border security solution. Those of us with firsthand knowledge and security experience at the U.S.-Mexico border understand that infrastructure, technology, and personnel are critical aspects of the solution that will ensure enhanced control over the entire border. Walls, fences, and vehicle barriers are an integral part of a border enforcement system.
So on Tuesday, there was a very important deadline, and that deadline was for companies to propose a border wall to the Trump administration or to Congress. I mean, what did we find out from this? Do we even know, who's bidding to, get their hands on building this wall?
Yeah, we now have the companies, and we have some really creative stuff, Steph. Some of the ideas are a little wacky, but if you think about it, they might make some sense. One company out of Nevada wants to put solar panels all over the walls and create electricity that could be sold not only to Border Patrol, but also to surrounding communities. There's a projection the wall would be paid for itself within 20 years just from solar cells. Another company wants to create a tourist attraction by, get this, making the wall over 50 feet high with a huge platform deck on the top to attract tourists. Somebody else wants to put art walls on both sides of the border. There's actually a proposal which I hope doesn't happen, to bury nuclear waste at the base of the wall and have the nuclear waste disposal companies pay for that. I don't like that idea.
Well, it seems, I know that a lot of ranchers out there are concerned because they say that the wall is going to be built on their land. So I would have a problem with that, too. And we talk about the border wall. That's just one part of it. And it's a very, very important part. But we also have to talk about, surveillance, aerial surveillance, more Border Patrol agents out there. But we also have to talk about E-Verify. I mean, people were coming here or are coming here for work. And so I think that that's something else that needs to be looked at because, again, people aren't just crossing the border. They're coming here legally and then overstaying their visas and then working in the shadows. And I don't even think that that's fair for them either. So employers are getting away with this. And if we really want to talk seriously about illegal immigration, I think that's one aspect that needs to be touched, don't you think?
Yeah, you're really touching on the other half of the equation. There's really two parts of the solution, Stephanie. One is secure the border. You lock it down, and all of a sudden, the 12,000 apprehensions in March might be a trickle by next year. Then you have to make the secondary decision on policy. What do you do with everybody that's here? And one of those big issues, which I know you guys talk about constantly, as does everybody that's concerned about safety, is this catch and release program in sanctuary cities and soon to be the sanctuary state of California, where ICE regulations and the federal law is being blatantly ignored and flaunted. What are you going to do with the people that are here, that are committing crimes, that are outside our normal society? That's a whole other question, and that's a whole other situation that's going to demand the attention of Congress.